What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and look at this. What a way to start off a video. If you guys remember from the off-camera, on-camera trading thing I did in the off-season, like I did the previous season, well, I brought it back again for this past off-season, and the main goal of that whole video was trying to get Steve Smith, and it just wouldn't work. They wouldn't take my running backs. They wouldn't take the draft picks that I was offering, and I thought it was just impossible to get Steve Smith. But look at that screen right there. Now, I have to admit, it did take a lot of maneuvering, a lot of shifting of pieces around. We traded Odell Beckham Jr. Yes, and I know what you're going to say. You traded Odell Beckham Jr. after you spent on so much time trying to get Odell in a couple past off seasons ago. Yes, I traded Odell Beckham Jr. to the Oakland Raiders for a draft pick. I think it was pick 2, and I did that because I knew that I was going to have to trade my 4th overall pick to get Steve Smith. So I had to have another pick. I wanted to have another pick in the top 4 or 5 in this year's draft just because. And then I traded Le'Veon Bell back to the Jets, which is funny, for their first round pick. And I used that pick in a deal to get Ryan Ramczyk, who I used to get Steve Smith. So it was a lot of changing teams, a lot of changing players to teams, and a lot of moving of draft picks, moving of assets. And it all comes full circle because we get Steve freaking Smith on the team. One of the players that I've been wanting on my team since the beginning, but I just never had the chance to get him. And now we're year 8, I think, or year 7. We're year 7, I'm pretty sure. And we finally get this man on the team. So we got Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Steve Smith, Rondale Moore, and Julian Fleming now. That is an absolute sickening wide receiver core right there, and the rest of the team stays the same from the off season that you guys have seen. So that is, and I do want to bring up a point, a funny thing that I remember from that video. Me trading all those quarterbacks, signing them in free agency, traded him to the Seahawks for all their first round picks, and then they cut him. I sign him back and then trade him again. It was just a never ending revolving door. And I do kind of feel bad that I finagled all the Seahawks first round, or all the Seahawks 2027 picks. I forget, I don't even know what year we're in, but I do kind of feel bad that I took all of their picks for this year. I think I left them. They start with the 4th round, I think, is when their first draft pick is, because I took all their other picks, which I really do kind of feel bad, but it was just so funny trading. They would cut a quarterback that I traded them, I would sign him and then trade him back to them for another pick, and they would keep taking it. Oh, man, it was so funny. So if you did miss that little bonus episode that I have started doing now for the off season, then make sure you go back and watch it. It was pretty funny, pretty good video. And yeah, let's get right into the start of season number 7. We are the defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions, and we're back here at Soldier Field, a sold-out crowd in Chicago, Illinois, ready for another season to start. And Rondale Moore is almost had it off to a bang with that kick return on the very first play of the game. Trevor Lawrence steps out onto the field once again. Still the starting quarterback for your Chicago Bears. He drops back in the pocket. He fires it deep to Randy Moss, who drops it on the landing. The first play of the game is a drop pass from Randy Moss. Lawrence wanted to go big here early. He said in the post, or the pregame interview, that he wanted to make a statement early. He still feels like he has a chip on his shoulder, even after winning 2 Super Bowls. He still feels like he has a chip on his shoulder. And now he drops back after a Bo Jackson run, and he connects with Steve Smith for the first time in this season. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot this season. Trevor Lawrence to Steve Smith. And now Lawrence rolls out of the pocket. Has space. He has time. He decides to fire it deep, and it's picked off. Did he get his feet in bounds? He did not keep his feet in bounds. The Lions defender goes out of bounds, and Trevor Lawrence escapes, still with the ball. 3rd down and 5 from the 40-yard line. Lawrence steps up in the pocket, fires, but he gets sacked before he could throw it. Quinnen Williams, the D tackle out of Alabama, gets the sack on Trevor Lawrence, and it's 4th and 9 from the 44-yard line. But you know what we do on the channel? We do not punt this football. Lawrence drops back, fires it in to Calvin Johnson, who almost had it stripped away at the last second, but he holds on to the football. A new set of downs for the Bears in plus territory now. Lawrence rolls out of the pocket, knows that he has Gronkowski. He just lobs it up, but it's blocked by the back of the hand of the linebacker. Trevor Lawrence just threw one up to Rob Gronkowski, hoping he would make a play, but he didn't even get the chance to. Now the next one, Lawrence rolls out of the pocket again, sees Randy Moss making a break for it, and he gets into the end zone. The first touchdown for your Chicago Bears this season. Trevor Lawrence finds Randy Moss, and the Bears are up 7-0 on the Detroit Lions. And now we get to see what this defense looks like this season. Lost a few pieces from last season's championship team, but they did add a lot, so hopefully this team can either be the same as they were last season or even better maybe. We did add star corner Jeff Okudah to the squad, so maybe that'll help. We also added Jamal Adams to be our sub linebacker, so hopefully that adds a big boost to the run defense game right there. But a nice pass from Peyton Manning to start off the drive for the Lions. We've played this Lions team in the past. They don't look like they've changed much. They still have Gale Sayers, and Ray Lewis delivers a beating to that wide receiver. Picks up his own fumble recovery, his own fumble cause. He gets the forced fumble, and he picks the fumble up. Ray Lewis doing it all early. And now Trevor Lawrence gets the ball back, has space, doesn't have enough time though, has to throw it away. Nobody had made a break for it and got it in the open space for Trevor Lawrence in time. 2nd down and 10 now from the 50. Lawrence hands it up to Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson trips on Orlando Pace's leg, and he gets stopped for no gain on the play. 3rd down and 10 from the 50. The fake handoff to Bo Jackson, and then he fires it into Rob Gronkowski, who brings it in with heavy pressure from Jack Lambert. Rob Gronkowski gets the first down for the Bears. Lawrence drops back in the pocket again. Has somebody open. Lawrence and Rob Gronkowski, a magician, catching the football. Somehow able to bring that in with Jack Lambert covering him like a blanket. And now Lawrence motions Jesse James to the left. Snaps the ball, hands it off to Bo Jackson, who gets a big open space. Oh, that's a fumble! Bo Jackson fumbles the football, and he's going to take it to the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown Lions! It's a fumble recovery for a touchdown for the Detroit Lions. And they, with this extra point, will tie the football game back up at 7. It's up and right down the middle. Bo Jackson with an uncharacteristic fumble on the first game of the season. Hopefully that's not going to become a trend. And now the kick is in the end zone. Rondale Moore back to receive it. Gets some blocking. Jukes the man up to the 25-yard line, right where he would have gotten if he knelt the ball. And now Trevor Lawrence and this Bears offense come back onto the field after a very disappointing drive with Bo Jackson fumbling the football. Lawrence, he thought he had Randy Moss open. He finds Steve Smith though, and Steve, he jukes a man at the 40, but then gets hammered down to the ground. Steve Smith playing an integral part early on in this game. He could quickly become Lawrence's favorite target. And now Trevor Lawrence finds Rondale Moore, who is a very, very consistent wide receiver. He doesn't get hurt that often. He did have that one season a couple of seasons ago where he got hurt. But other than that, he's been on the field for every game. Very consistent, very well-respected wide receiver in this locker room. And now, 2nd down and 10. DeAndre Swift gets his first carry as a Chicago Bear up to the 17-yard line. 10-yard run for Swift. And now Lawrence, with 16 seconds to go in the quarter, motions his receivers to the right. Fires it into Jesse James, who drops it on contact. Incomplete pass for Trevor Lawrence to Jesse James. And now it's a 4th and inches call here. What do the Bears do? 4th and inches, the Bears and Matt Nagy decide to go for it. Trevor Lawrence snaps it to Bo Jackson, who gets some open space on the side, and he scores a touchdown. Bo Jackson redeeming himself on this drive. And Justin Tucker now on for the extra point, puts it up and through right down the middle, and the Bears have a 7-point lead once again. 14-7 on the Chicago Bears, on the Detroit Lions. I don't know why I said that. With 5 seconds to go in the first quarter, they'll most likely just run the football to end the quarter. Unless they pass, they could decide to pass it. You never know what Peyton Manning's thinking here. And they do decide to run it with Gale Sayers. If you guys do remember, I don't know if you can recall or not, I barely even remember, but last time we played the Lions, I think it was in the playoffs, and Gale Sayers was injured on his first carry of the game and never came back. So this is really our first chance of this in a long time to get to play against Gale Sayers. And he's only had 2 rushes for 4 yards here now in a quarter and a minute of gameplay. Peyton Manning on 3rd and 7, drops back in the pocket, finds Sayers, but he goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Incomplete pass. 4th and 7 now for the Lions, a 3-and-out, and they will punt it back to Rondale Moore and the Bears. Rondale back to receive. Gets it, has a couple of blockers, tries to juke a man, but he's brought down at the 26-yard line. And that is where Lawrence and the Bears offense will start for this next series. Bo Jackson behind Trevor Lawrence. That's who he gets the ball to. Jackson tries to carry it up to the 29-yard line, but Bo Jackson is down. He's not getting up. Bo Jackson is down with an injury. This could be a very critical injury for this season. Jonathan Taylor touchdown, comes into the game, gets his first carry as a Chicago Bear and takes it up to the 32-yard line. 3rd down and 4 now for the Bears. Audibling out. Lawrence finds Rob Gronkowski at the 40 for a 1st down. Great play design from Matt Nagy. Great execution from Trevor Lawrence and Rob Gronkowski. And now the next play, Jonathan Taylor takes it up to the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now. The no huddle, the hurry up. Lawrence rolls out of the pocket, throws on the run, finds Gronkowski, and Rob Gronkowski takes it to the 31-yard line. Very unconventional pass from Trevor Lawrence. It looked like he shot-putted that football to Rob Gronkowski. But in the end, it still worked out. It was still effective. And Bo Jackson has a bruised sternum and will not be able to return the rest of this game. So hopefully this is just a minor injury, just a 1-game injury. Because if it's not, we're going to be in some trouble. And Rondale Moore had it on the slant route, but drops it on contact. And that is something over these 7 seasons that I have noticed. Our wide receivers tend to drop the football on contact sometimes. And Trevor Lawrence finds Steve Smith, who gets brought down by the face mask. And that's going to be an automatic 1st down for your Chicago Bears. What was Kyle Fuller thinking on that one? Giving this Bears team even more, because that was 3rd down and 10 and he was short. Seathmas was short of the goal line, or of the first down line, on that play. Lawrence finds Calvin Johnson, and Calvin Johnson takes it into the end zone across the white line for another Bears touchdown. And Justin Tucker with the extra point, up and good. 14-point lead for the Bears with 3:09 to go in the second quarter. It's 21-7 Chicago on opening night. A great kick from Justin Tucker makes the Lions player kneel it in the end zone. And Peyton Manning will start at the 25-yard line. Manning has not had the best game. He's had a couple of incomplete passes. He's had some questionable throws. They haven't run the ball as well as they probably should. Gale Sayers only has 3 carries for 8 yards. They haven't been utilizing that run game behind their offensive line. Maybe they need to start switching things up and start running this football. But our run defense is impenetrable with players like Capehart and Murphy and Bosa and Ray Lewis and Jamal Adams. I mean, this team is just loaded with talent, and we show it on every single play. Nobody takes a down off. And that pass is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. 21-7. Chicago leads at opening night of the NFL season. Season 7. Season number 7 for this Chicago Bears team. And Manning has a lot of time. He finds his man, but Sean Taylor affects the play and knocks it out. And now Manning's second down and 10 from the shotgun. 38-yard line. Minute 55 to go in the game. Has tons of time. Decides to throw a slant route. Finds him, but Ray Lewis with his second forced fumble of the ball game. This time Troy Polamalu is the one who recovers it. But Ray Lewis is not giving a crap about safety, player safety this season. He is on a mission this season to just end everybody's life. And it's working. 2 forced fumbles and a fumble recovery for Ray Lewis in the first half. And now the Bears get the ball in tremendous field position. And Trevor Lawrence almost dropped it in the breadbasket of Randy Moss. But it was double coverage. And the ball gets knocked away. That could have been a beautiful pass to Randy Moss. And now he throws it up to Calvin Johnson, who brings it in before the incoming hand of the safety. That would have been an epic block from the safety on the play. And Lawrence barely gets it off to DeAndre Swift, who stays up after getting hit. And now DeAndre Swift is injured, holding that right hand and that right arm. Would we be able to lose 2 running backs in the same half? 48 seconds to go in the half. Lawrence motions Jonathan Taylor out to the side, and he throws it behind him. 3rd down and 3 from the 6-yard line. 45 seconds to go. Lawrence Taylor is in the backfield again. Lawrence motions out to the right. He has a man open. Possession catch. And Randy Moss gets his second touchdown of the game. What a catch. What a throw. And they're going to booth review because all scoring plays are reviewed. But I think this one's good. Randy Moss with the toe drag of a lifetime on this one. 1 foot in, 2 feet in, and possession. That's a clean touchdown in my book. And that's what they're going to rule it. They rule it a touchdown, and Randy Moss has his second of the game. And now Justin Tucker puts the game out of reach. 28-7 now. Bears lead with 40 seconds to go in the half. This could be a situation where we see Justin Fields earlier than most people would have thought. Who would have thought that we'd be seeing Justin Fields in the first game of the season, probably by halftime, because Trevor Lawrence has done his job in this game, putting us up 28-7 on the Lions. Great tackle, and Gale Sayers injures his arm on the fall to the ground. His legs were cut out from under him, and he put that arm out to brace his impact, and that was not the smart idea because he snapped it, it looked like. And Peyton Manning with a horrible pass, a risky pass. Troy Polamalu could have picked that off if he was paying attention. He was just a couple steps away. 34 seconds now. 3rd and 7. They do hand it off, and it's stuffed by Jaylene Phillips and Sean Taylor. Turner loses a yard on the play. The Bears call a timeout. They want to put this game out of reach. They want to put the Lions out of their misery. With 25 seconds to go, Rondale Moore back to receive, and you know the big play offense that can happen with this Bears team. Rondale Moore has some space, decides to just run it out and save a timeout. We have one timeout remaining. One timeout remaining, 16 seconds. Can we get into field goal range? If not, a touchdown. Lawrence snaps the ball, drops back in the pocket, empty backfield, has a man. It's Randy Moss. He gets it. He holds on to the ball. 2 hands on the football, and he grips it. You just got mossed. That was fantastic from Randy Moss. And now the Bears are in tremendous position to get another touchdown, and it's knocked away at the goal line by Jack Lambert. 2nd down and goal. Should we kick the field goal, or should we go for the points? I think we need to go for the points. So let's take a shotgun formation. And we're at the 6-yard line, so we need to have something with a little bit of depth to it, a little bit more option. If we can get this pass off quickly, we'll have another opportunity. 3, 2, 1, the pass, and it's blocked and picked, almost picked off. Trevor Lawrence tried to get cute, and it comes up unsuccessful. The Lions get the ball, but we are still up 28-7. What a catch from Randy Moss at the end of that half. That was fantastic. That was a true get Moss moment. And they kneel it down, and they will start at the 25-yard line for the first drive of the second half. Gale Sayers notably not back in the backfield for the Lions, still injured. And they hand it off to Turner, who gets stuffed for a 2-yard gain. The 2nd down and 8 from the 27 now. Manning drops back a little bit. He finds his tight end, who gets around a defender and gets up to the 34-yard line. A broken tackle, a missed tackle, I should say, from the Bears defender. Not ideal to start off this third quarter. Peyton Manning with tremendous amount of time, and he finds a man, but it's knocked away last second. Clutch defending from the Bears. And it's a 3 and out for the Lions on the first possession of the second half. And the punt is away. Rondale Moore back to receive it. Gets it, has some space, but can't get away from the linebacker. And Rondale Moore takes it to the 24-yard line. That's where Trevor Lawrence and this Bears team will start. That's not what I want to do. But this will probably be most likely the last drive of Trevor Lawrence's day. Because depending on the outcome, if we score, then Justin Fields will come in for the rest of the game. And Trevor Lawrence hands it off to Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, who is making his Chicago Bears debut. Trevor Lawrence finds Calvin Johnson, who takes it up to the 49-yard line, right at around midfield. And the Bears moving down the field quickly on their first drive of the game. Of the second half, and Trevor Lawrence just gets smoked by Quinnen Williams, who gets his 2nd sack of the game. Quinnen Williams, outstanding young talent, and this time he gets time to throw it, and he finds Randy Moss, who is having an outstanding game in week 1 of the season. Randy Moss might be starting to prove a point. Trevor Lawrence has kind of swayed in the Calvin Johnson direction ever since he became the starter. Justin Herbert would throw to Randy Moss almost every play, but Justin Herbert, not the same thing. He would throw to Calvin Johnson and Odell Beckham more, and Randy Moss kind of felt left out. But now he's making a statement with 2 touchdowns. And now Jonathan Taylor. All 3 of our running backs have gone down with an injury this game. Luckily, DeAndre Swift was able to come back after his injury. I don't know how long Jonathan Taylor will be out, but Bo Jackson is out for the rest of the game, so we are down to Taylor and Swift. So hopefully Taylor's not out for a long amount of time. And a great pass to Rondale Moore takes us to the 6-yard line, and this is most likely the capper to what has been a great opening drive for the Bears. Lawrence drops back, has time, fires it, and it's off target to Julian Fleming out of the back of the end zone, trying to find the young receiver out of Ohio State. Second down and goal now. Hands off to DeAndre Swift, who takes it up to the 1-yard line, gets stopped a yard short of getting his first touchdown as a Bear. And Lawrence drops back a 2-step drop and fires it quickly to Rob Gronkowski in the end zone for a touchdown. And that is going to be the end of Trevor Lawrence's day. Justin Fields will come in to relieve him. And the Bears are up 35-7 with Justin Tucker's extra point. What a dominating performance. The only slip-up was that Bo Jackson fumble that allowed the Lions to return it for a touchdown. That's their only source of points. Their offense hasn't been able to get anything going against this Bears defense. I guess I was wrong with my prediction in the opening, that my curiosity about this Bears defense, how would they look with the new additions and the key losses on defense, but they have not missed a beat this season, at least in the first game. And they run it with Turner, who has some space. He breaks away. Troy Polamalu gaining on him. Sean Taylor ends up bringing him down to the 35-yard line. And just as I say that this Lions offense hasn't been able to muster anything against the Bears, they decide to break off a huge run with Turner. And now they're up to the 35-yard line. Peyton Manning in the shotgun. Drops back in the pocket. Fires it to his receiver, who falls down at the 33-yard line, right at the out of bounds, the sideline. And now Manning once again in the shotgun. Gale Sayers still not back there. They hand it to Jackson on that one, and he takes it up for 7 yards to the 26-yard line. 3rd down and 2. Matt Nagy calls a blitz on the play, and it almost worked out. It might have. Did he get forward progress? No, it's 4th and 1. The Bears hold. What a tremendous defensive stand on 3rd down and 2. And the Lions will take the 3 points, at least take the attempt for the 3 points. The kick is up right down the middle. It's a 35-10 ball game now. Bears still lead comfortably with little under 6 minutes to go in the game. Not in any danger of losing this game on opening night. And Rondale Moore back to receive it. Takes it up to the 30-yard line. That's where Justin Fields will start with the Bears offense. And we get to see a little bit more of Justin Fields. We've kept him around. We've had opportunities to trade him for draft picks or other players, but we've decided to keep him. And Jonathan Taylor coughs it up on the first carry of the drive, and they take it back for a touchdown. 2 defensive scores for the Lions in this game, and that puts them with a little bit of hope. Jonathan Taylor gets the ball stripped from his arm, and they take it back for a score. So the only way that the Lions can get touchdowns is by defensive scores. 2 fumbles for the Bears. And luckily, Jamal Adams gets that onside kick recovery. That could have been bad. That could have been the Lions having tremendous field position. But the Bears now at the 47-yard line. Jonathan Taylor in the backfield again. Justin Fields trusts him. He hands the ball off to Taylor, and he holds on to it down to the 41-yard line. And now we get to see Justin Fields' arm talent. Coming out of college, he had tremendous arm talent. Can he find his man? He throws it, it's picked off! Randy Moss did not come back to the football. And Justin Fields throws a pick on his first throw of the game. And the Lions defense is being very opportunistic on this Bears offense. 2 fumbles and a pick now for the Bears. With still 5 minutes to go in the game, the Lions are not out of this. I may have said it earlier that the game was finished, but with the way that the game has been going with turnovers for Chicago, it is not over just yet. Especially with these broken tackles and tremendous blocking from the Lions. A screenplay that was meant to be a loss on the play turns out to be a 36-yard gain down to the 15-yard line for the Lions now. First down and 10, fresh set of downs. Peyton Manning under center, and there it is. A false start. No, encroachment. They call encroachment on Myles Murphy, and that's add another extra 5 yards to their drive down to the 10-yard line. First down and 5 for Manning and this Lions offense. Hands it off to the running back, and he gets smacked at the 10-yard line for no gain by Myles Murphy. Second down and 5, still from the 10. Manning it once again in the shotgun. Jackson behind him. Hands off to Jackson again. He gets it up, finds a hole, and gets to the 4-yard line for a first down. And now this Bears defense needs to bend and not break. The blitz is coming. Mack did not get there. Khalil Mack was not there, and somehow Peyton Manning gets a touchdown on the play. Khalil Mack. He did not complete the sack on the play. Peyton Manning, showing that strength, breaks off the tackle and throws it to an open man, a wide open man. The closest Bears player was about 4 or 5 yards away. And the Lions are not out of this whatsoever, especially if the Bears offense plays the way they've been playing. And the ball almost gets picked up by the Lions on the onside kick. Jamal Adams muffed it at the 50. Luckily, it goes out of bounds, and the Lions do not get it back. The Bears now have it from the 50. Jonathan Taylor takes it up to the 35-yard line. Justin Fields, what will he do after this interception on his very first throw of the game? He drops back in the pocket, tries to find somebody, throws on the run, finds Randy Moss, breaks off a tackle, and they go for the strip again. But Randy Moss was able to hold on to the football this time. Fields now with the no-huddle, drops back in the pocket, fires it to Rob Gronkowski, who dives but cannot hold it on to the football on the landing. Second down and 10 now. Randy Moss with over 129 yards on the day. Fields now finds Gronkowski, this time down to the 12-yard line. Nice gain. Now 3rd and 5 from the 12. Fields, fake handoff, drops back in the pocket and is sacked and fumbles. But Jonathan Taylor's there to pick it up. Taki gets the forced fumble, and the Bears have to kick this field goal. What a crazy fourth quarter this has been. A fumble, a pick, and another fumble, all by the Bears. And now Justin Tucker on to kick the field goal, and it's good. 38-24. Bears lead. This one is getting ugly very quickly. It's getting scrappy. It's getting down and dirty. This is a grinded out kind of game. It's turned out to be. It looked from the first 3 quarters, it looked like it was going to be a blowout. But this Lions defense not giving up, not quitting. Able to get their offense to save their offense a couple of drives by scoring 2 defensive touchdowns. But it may be too late for this Lions team. And now Khalil Mack this time is able to bring down Peyton Manning along with Jaylene Phillips on the play. He gets his revenge on Peyton Manning after that last drive where he broke the sack and threw it to his open receiver in the end zone. Khalil Mack did not forget that. Came in angry on the play. And he fires at Peyton Manning, lobs it up like a wounded duck. And Alontae Taylor with a pick 6 to ice the ball game. Alontae Taylor, our big money corner that we signed in free agency, that we paid $40+ million to come to this team and help out on the corner position, and he gets his first interception of his Bears career. A crucial interception, especially with a pick 6 also. That's going to help out this team in the long run because it's 45-24 with 1:20 to go in the game, and this game is all but over. The 23-yard line is where the Lions will start after the pick 6 from Alontae Taylor. Peyton Manning, questions should be asked on that throw. What was he thinking throwing a lob in this crucial moment of the game? I don't know what he was thinking on that. He looked like he got hit maybe on the arm, the throwing arm, because he barely had any power on that. And there is a flag down on the play, completed pass to the tight end. It's a holding on the Lions, and they will lose 10 yards. First down and 20 from the 25-yard line. 52 seconds to go. This game is over, except for this Lions drive. And it's a errant pass all the way out to the sideline, out of bounds. He let him out of bounds. Second down and 20. Peyton Manning not playing that well down the stretch. He had a great third quarter. And Peyton Manning finds a receiver at the sideline, and Sean Taylor hit him on the arm that was holding the football, and he just popped it up in the air. But luckily, he kind of popped it and swatted it out of bounds so that the Bears couldn't recover it. But it's first down and 10 from the 47-yard line, 41 seconds to go. This is basically just a morale booster for the Lions if they do score. They have 2 timeouts remaining. The clock is running. They use one of those timeouts. 30 seconds to go. What will Peyton Manning draw up here? Will he have any tricks up his sleeve? They cannot possibly win this game, but they can at least get some sort of momentum building for next week. Manning has tons of time. Jonathan Allen was on him. He does find his receiver, but Daxton Hill brings him down by the legs at the 41-yard line. They use their final timeout. 19 seconds to go. What are they thinking here? Using their timeouts to stop the clock with only 19 seconds to go and being down 45-24. Are they thinking they have some sort of chance? Manning, tons of time, throws it, and he does not complete the pass. 16 seconds to go. Second down and 10. Miles Murphy was all over Manning on that play. And now Manning tries to throw it to the sideline, completes the pass, but DeAndre Baker with that outstretched arm almost undercut the pass and picked it off. He would have been home free for a touchdown on that one if he would have made contact with it. And Manning with a screen pass, it's successful, and it gets down to the 34-yard line, and that's how the game will end. The clock stops at 0-0, and the Chicago Bears will walk out of Soldier Field with a 1-0 record. It got a little dicey there at the end. You could see the Chicago fans getting a little nervous, a little sweaty when the Lions started to play some clutch defense there. But this team is resilient, and this team is not going to be killed that easy. They are the kings. They are the giants of the NFL, and it's going to take a David. They are the Goliaths, and it's going to take a David, a well-deserved David, to beat this Bears team. And I don't see that coming at all. Trevor Lawrence does get an upgrade point, even though he's a 99 overall. He doesn't really need that upgrade point. But with that victory, we are 1-0 on the season. Season 7 has begun, and it's only going to get better from here. Because in the next episode, let's go to the schedule and see who we are going to play next. Because that is going to be a big factor. We have the Bengals in Week 7, the Browns in Week 8. We have not played the Browns yet. And we have the Cardinals in Week 17. I don't think we've played the Cardinals yet, but we're going to have 3 home games this season that we're going to play because we played Week 1 against the Lions. We were home. And then I think I'm going to play the Browns because we have not played the Browns at all in this series. So we'll play the Browns at home in the next episode in Week 8, and then we will obviously go to Week 17 and play the Cardinals at home in Week 17 before the playoffs. So if you guys are hyped to play against the Browns, watch the game against the Browns, then make sure to smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and the subscription button while you're down there. It only takes a few seconds, and it really helps me out. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!